Hi, and welcome back to another edition of the Standard Sports Recap with Alec McChesney, your Standard Sports editor. Guess what week it is? It's week 1 of college football. This past weekend, we had what they called week 0 of college football, where a couple games got the football season underway. But this week, it's finally here. And could I be any happier? Absolutely not. We're going to get it started off with a great Saturday game on September 2nd when the Missouri State Bears face off against the Mizzou Tigers at Farrett Field. I'll just give you a quick sneak peek of what I think is going to happen. But if you go up and you pick up a Standard or you head to the Standard's website today, you're going to get so much information. You'll get a breakdown of the game, the history, a stat, number, a preview of the numbers from each team from 2016, and a breakdown from the Kansas City Star's Todd Palmer on what he expects from Mizzou this season. I'll give you my short little preview of it. It's this simple. Missouri State has to be competitive in the first quarter or they're not going to be in this game. If Mizzou puts up 14, 17, 21 points in the first quarter, it's all but over from that point on. So expect from Missouri State to attempt to pull a punch right from the get-go. Later this week, I'm going to go live on the Facebook page for the Standard Sports, and I'm going to do a little bit of over-under to predict some of the stats for the game. That's enough about football. Let's talk about volleyball. The Bears started the 2017 season this weekend in North Carolina, where they took on Appalachian State, North Carolina State, and Kansas. On Friday, they defeated Appalachian State, as I expected. But then on Saturday, they faced off against the 8th-ranked Kansas Jayhawks. Kansas Jayhawks proved to be too tough, and they lost that match, only to respond and defeat NC State in the tournament. Senior Lily Johnson and sophomore Aubrey Sheffrey dominated all day for the Bears, and they were both selected to the all-tournament team for that NC State tournament. Lily Johnson had 35 kills, and now she is ranked number 1 in the Missouri Valley Conference history for kills. It's pretty impressive, but am I surprised? Absolutely not. I would expect that these accolades are only going to continue as this season goes on. This upcoming Friday, the Bears head to Columbus, Ohio for a huge matchup against their new rival, Ohio State University. Let's move to the pitch. The women's soccer team finally picked up their first win on Friday night against Central Arkansas when Mary Dizador scored in the 11th minute, and after that, Caitlin Maxwell did the rest. The freshman goalkeeper was just announced as the newcomer of the week in the Missouri Valley Conference, and she was excellent once again on Friday night. The victory was head coach Rob Brewer's 250th in his career at Missouri State. But as many of you who might know Rob Brewer would expect, this wasn't about him, and it won't be about him for the rest of the season. It is about this young team improving as they go along. On Sunday, they faced off against Arkansas Little Rock and unfortunately dropped that one. They are now 1-4 on the season, but they look pretty good. And I apologize, they are 1-3 on the season, but they're still looking pretty good, and I think that as I talk to Brewer and as these youthful players continue to develop, the Valley Conference is going to be where they start to play their best soccer. Let's stick on the pitch and talk about the men's soccer team. They opened the 2017 season in a tough physical matchup against Air Force and ultimately dropped that match 1-0. But I'm not too worried about them. They've always been a better home team. If you pick up an issue of the Standard, you'll find out just how good they've been since 2010 at home. It's absolutely incredible. So in a couple days on Friday night, they're going to host Tulsa. Last year, they lost Tulsa 1-0, but I would expect first game at home. Head coach John Leamy absolutely loves playing at home, and he loves the fans here. He always says, we play for our students, we play for our fans, so I'm expecting the Bears to come out in a huge victory over Tulsa to get them off the losing streak. Well, that's pretty much all that happened this week. We've got a full week ahead. Mizzou, Ohio State, Tulsa, and it's the first track meet of the season. That's all. Alec McChesney, Standard Sports Editor, signing off.